in San Salvador, and I take my own crew, American workers,
Halim
bid on the contract,
asking for
and I win the contract, and my American workers are working in San Salvador on the roads. Do you think the unemployed men of San Salvador would allow that?
No.
Why do we allow it as black men? Why do we allow individuals, immigrants, being illegal, they don't have any documentation, why do we say nothing?
I don't think it's not that we say anything, Brother Halim. What I think it is that you're talking about a system that's already in place. So a lot of these, you're talking about business owners that may not look to hire black men, but they will look to hire those who are coming from across the water because it's either. Say it again.
Always bucked. It's not like we've been lambs led to the slaughter since our time here. We got a history of bucking.
Right. So I'm trying to understand what you're trying to get at, Brother Halim. That's all.
African American men have the highest unemployment rate.
So you're saying that we should support Trump because of our joblessness?
I'm saying we should say something about us losing jobs and not being able to get jobs.
I don't think that is not being said. I think that the unemployment, Brother Halim, the unemployment rate of black men is always a part of the conversation when it comes to the black community. I don't think that's the case.
But that should not have happened to this extent under president that received 90+% of our support.
That shouldn't have happened. You're correct, and I'm not saying that there's a justification for it. President Barack Obama has disappointed people and across the board on a lot of key things relating to our community.
Miss Ruth,
unfortunately.
Miss Ruth.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Miss Ruth.
It's been a while since I've talked to you guys. Listen, the long and the short of it is this: Donald Trump is a snake in the grass, and anybody that puts him in office, they deserve exactly what they get. The man has told us who he is.
Donald Trump.
And I say when someone tells you who they are, you believe them the first time.
It's a snake in the grass.
Now, I'm not surprised that he didn't answer the question concerning law enforcement. He doesn't have any answers. Other questions should be put to him. He doesn't have any answers, And Coach, my buddy, always talks about some African Americans vote emotionally. You better have some emotions because you're trying to put somebody in office that will do things to control your life, good, bad, or indifferent. So you better think the same way my buddy Coach talks about the dollar. Don't let that dollar drive you somewhere you can't get back from.
Well, what your buddy, the coach, speaking here in the third person for a second.
Yep.
I realize that under the system that we live in, and you know this, Ruth, that it all starts, this is a capitalistic society. And when you are doing well, when you're thriving with capitalism, then the other things you can control.
I won't argue that, but I will say this. When the man is rich, many of us do get some better crumbs. We may get more. But if you don't have the mindset, I don't care who's in office, the mindset, the education, the will, the stamina, you're going to stay poor.
Yeah, that's true.
But see, let's just be very clear, and I want us to kind of take this in the sense that our economic situation is not the end-all, be-all. Coach, as important as it is, there's so many other things that will impact our economic situation.
Respectfully, people vote on their interests. People have different interests.
I got you.
Okay, your interests probably, respectfully, and you're right from your perspective, but your interests are different than mine. Okay, when I was a certain age, my interests were different from where they are today. My total soul number one.
Learn from the young man today, Coach.
Who, you did?
Learn from the young man today.
I'm just saying.
I learned when I
teaching moments available to you.
No,
right here.
No, not right here. Now, I have learned from him today and Sim and some other things that I've learned. But for this one, I'm clear that my priorities, number one, are economics.
You're not going to be invited to his inaugural ball, Coach. Now, how much you say about it? He ain't going to invite you.
Larry, if I got the money to buy a ticket, I don't need an invitation.
You will not be. You have to pay, but you ain't going.
All right, let's go to Yvonne. Yvonne.
Good morning to the WL Radio family.
Good morning. Praise 106.1 FM as well.
Okay, 106.1 FM as well. I have been listening to the conversation this morning. I found it very interesting. Donald Trump, as far as I'm concerned, is not one that I would consider in the interest of not only black folks, but a lot of America in general. And in reference to the job situation, what I do when I have to call different businesses or companies and I find out that I'm speaking to someone who is outside of the United States, I tell them that I'm requesting that they let me speak to someone inside the United States, because to me, that helps them keep their job.
I do the same thing. I do the same thing. One, I cannot understand when someone from a different culture is calling me on my phone about a bill that I owe, and I say I want to speak to someone who has an American dialect.
Well, if I owe, then I don't understand any language. I can't hear you. Excuse me. What are you saying? Let's go to Anthony. Anthony, are you ready now?
That was good.
Yeah, my phone had went on mute. I don't know what happened.
Okay, talk to us.
How you doing today?
Good,
Anthony. I just want to say that, during slavery, the slave master would pay the slave, which is us. He would pay them for some jobs he would do, as a blacksmith and whatever else. He would pay them sometimes and tell them that one day you'll be able to buy your way out of freedom if you say your coins are right.
Okay.
But that was a lie.
I ain't get that one.
He save his coins up and he take them when he ready to buy his freedom. Or we just look at him and say,
I ain't get that one.
regardless, you're my slave. You ain't going nowhere. So I just want to bring that to today. What makes you think that Donald Trump is going to come and save the community of black people?
No.
He's speaking on priorities. What makes you think that's one of his priorities, brother?
I believe that that's one thing that he can probably.
I need to know. I can't believe it. I need to know.
Well, who do you believe in? Of all the political candidates, who do you believe in? Because, all of them lie. All of them lie.
I only believe in myself. I don't even believe in God. I know.
Okay, well, hey, you know what? Respectfully, that's the end of the conversation for me. And I don't have a problem with folks who are atheists. All right, but when you say you only believe in yourself.
That's right.
Okay. Let's go to Willie. My man, Willie.
Turn them off.
Coach, but you be on point, man, on a lot of times. I don't know, you just take exception when I don't agree with you. You seem to take exception to it.
No, I don't.
Talim asked Faraji a question which he never answered. Why is it that black men aren't speaking up and demonstrating or doing something to stop these foreigners from taking our jobs? He talks about these millennials. I go pay a conference every day. I see illegal aliens working all the time, and
How do you know that? And let's change the language, Willie. Let's change the language, because see, this is the same garbage. That's garbage, brother. I'm not hearing that. You're talking about illegal aliens. That's first. Let's change the language. These are individuals just like you and me. Let's be real. Let's just keep the humanity there. The second thing is that how do you know what if they're immigrated, if they got their green card or not in the process? How do you know? And you saying somebody taking your job, man? Nobody taking your job. Make something for yourself, brother.
But Faraji, you cannot deny that when you go on these construction sites.
But see,
one at a time.
Hold on, Faraji, you can't.
One at a time. Hold on, one.
And you
so you gonna blame somebody else?
Hey, Willie.
So we gonna have a dialogue.
Willie, you ain't having no dialogue with me, brother.
Yeah, now
Willie,
you don't
nah,
have
man. Willie, slow down.
And you
Willie.
never demonstrate.
Willie, slow down.
You're not organized
Willie.
enough. So what are you organized?
Hey, Willie.
Why are you not doing something with the
Willie.
Bible?
No, I'm gonna use this as a teaching moment. Willie.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the deal. Nobody will cut you or anybody off because you disagree with us. The only time you have been cut off is when you got disrespectful, okay?
I've never been disrespectful. I never cursed on this show. I've never threatened anybody.
No,
I
I'm not talking about that. But when you start getting personal and calling people,
Wait, what do you mean personal? I didn't come.
Okay.
Well, but you
That
know
was
what?
the
But to
teaching moment.
speak to Willie's point, you know, okay,
I agree with what he said.
whether or not if they're illegal, if they're here by a green card, the fact of the matter is when you go on these construction sites in the inner city of Baltimore, all you see is people
Is that
Hispanic
because-
descent. Now I don't know
No,
what it
but
is.
see, let's
No,
look
I'm
at
telling
the
you,
full picture.
Faraji, Faraji, I'm telling you, I have seen it time and time, and it's not just the urban city.
But you're
It's
not-
not just urban city. It's everywhere where you see a construction
So what do you-
site at.
so
You
what?
don't see a lot of black or white
Is
folks.
that, is
At the
that
at
let's
the end of
look
the
at
day,
let's
you
look
don't
at this.
see it.
Let's see this. Okay, we don't see it, but the question has to be raised is why we don't see it. Why?
It's cheaper labor.
Let's okay.
It's cheap labor.
Okay, but to me, the bottom line is why are we the only group of people right now that will support a group of people that don't collectively, I'll say this, and if I'm wrong, challenge me. I apologize. Collectively don't care about us.
They don't.
You know, that's so hey,
Some don't.
collectively they don't
They
care
do
about
not.
us.
They don't.
You know, so I'm not supporting nobody
See,
that
you
don't
I mean,
see,
and here's the
if we decided to work together, we could be a much stronger force in
But
this
they
country.
don't want to work with us.
How do you know that?
I know
Coach,
that.
That's not true. That is
That is-
absolutely not true.
that-
I talk to Latino brothers and sisters, and that's not even
There
the
are
case with some of them.
exceptions. There are
No,
exceptions.
that's not true.
All right, well, you know what?
I don't know who y'all hanging out with, but y'all not dealing with people that, because they understand
They don't-
Latinos are the second largest group in this country.
And they
More
don't
so
care
than black.
nothing about
you got
us.
white people, then you have Latino.
That's stretching it. Yeah.
That's not true.
Collectively, they don't
Coach,
care
you
about
have
us.
been against caucus formation for years.
Absolutely,
And
because
you've been wrong for years.
no, I'm not, because black folks need to stop wanting to latch on to other groups.
Ain't no latching on,
It's not
Coach.
latching.
Standing
Ain't no
on
latching
our
on.
own. Stand on your own.
We do stand on our own. And to tell you right now,
How you gonna say stand on your own, but then you gonna get mad because somebody don't give you a job? That doesn't make sense. That's not standing on your own.
Why
You
am
gonna get mad because a man don't hire you.
Why am
Then
I
qualify
gonna-
yourself to do something for yourself.
I agree with that, but I'm not going to support someone to come over to take my job or possibility.
Nobody's
of my
taking your job, coach. Nobody's taking our
You know
job.
what? If
You know, it'd be interesting. What I would love is for those folks to come to call us in. You know, those workers on those construction sites of black. Of different descent to call us up to really let us know exactly what is going
If
on the
you are
construction
in this-
sites and why we see so many of one particular group that we don't see enough of the
Uh-oh.
and if you're in this
Let me go
country,
see if this guy's African American. Let me see who he
You said
is.
cheap labor.
Hold on.
if you're in this country illegally, then hey, you need to
Hold on. Let me see.
you need to legalize yourself,
Yeah.
or else you need to
Hey, man.
get up from it.
9:30. On the other side,
Hey,
we'll continue the
what's the name of
conversation.
this
Phone
area?
lines are lit. We'll stay with us.
Right
Yo,
there,
we're on the
okay.
show. And also on the
Thanks,
other side,
right
we
there.
got your praise break. Whole lot
Right
more. Stay
there.
with us.
Be
Larry Yo
glad.
doing the show. Praise 106.9.
Have a great day.
Corners 106.1, excuse me. And 1010 WOLB AM.